Namaste and welcome to this summertime yin yoga practice, where today we're focusing on the fire element, which is associated with the season of summer. The meridian line organ system pairs are all in the arms, so we're targeting the arms and the shoulders. So they run along the insides of the arms towards the fingertips, then back in the opposite direction, coming along the shoulder blades and up towards the head. So although I've got all my props with me today, my bolster, my block, all I'm really going to be using is my blanket. So you might want to grab a blanket or a pillow that will support you in your practice today. Let's get started, shall we? So finding a comfortable seat, sitting up tall and closing your eyes. Just taking a moment to arrive. Maybe taking a couple of deep breaths. Maybe sighing out of the mouth. Just letting everything go. Anything that happened before this practice, anything waiting for you on the other side. You don't need to worry about anything right now. Taking this opportunity to thank yourself for showing up. Carving out this time especially for you. Wonderful. I invite you now to, when you're ready, blink open your eyes. And we'll begin, as always, with a seated warm-up. So if you're in crossed legs and wish to stay that way, when we come into our forward fold, you bring your arms out in front and bow your head. Otherwise, if you'd like to, you can fold your legs underneath you. Whichever position, we're starting with the arms alongside the body. As you inhale, we'll sweep the arms out and up towards the ceiling, palms facing as you gaze in between the hands. And exhale the hands to the shoulders, then push them out to the sides as you drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale the hands back to the shoulders as you drop them away from the ears, lifting your gaze. And exhale to round through the spine, pushing the hands away so you feel that stretch across the back body. We inhale to lift the body, the arms and the gaze. And exhale coming forward into your forward fold, where we'll stay for a cycle of breath. Let's do that twice more. Inhale to lift the body, lift the arms and the gaze. Exhale, hands to the shoulders, out to the sides, chin towards your chest. Inhale the hands back to the shoulders as you open the heart space. Then as you exhale, rounding, pushing the hands away from the body. Inhale to lift the arms and the gaze. And exhale once more, coming into that forward fold. Again, one cycle of breath. And when you're ready, last time, inhale, lifting the body, the arms and gaze. Exhale, hands to shoulders, out to the sides, chin towards chest. Inhale the hands back to the shoulders as you drop them away from the ears. And exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing the hands away. Inhale to lift the arms, the body, the gaze. And this time as you exhale, coming into your forward fold and remaining here for 3 cycles of breath this time. Awesome. When you're ready, we'll come up to sitting and I'll demonstrate our first pose, which is crushed wing. So for crushed wing, there's a couple of versions that you can take. If you wanted to add some work into the hips today, as well as obviously into the arms, you might like to come into an extended child's pose with the legs. So the feet are coming together, you're sitting back towards your heels, you're extending the knees away from each other. We're going to thread our left arm underneath the right, looking towards your right side. So if you have your blanket or your pillow, you might like to use it here for your head. Options for your right arm, you might like to hug your prop here, or you can bring your right arm behind you and kind of lock your fingers towards your hip, or you can put them down the tops of your trousers or shorts to stop the arm from kind of flopping down towards the ground. Now, bearing in mind, we're going to be holding these poses for up to 5 minutes, and there's the left side and the right side. So if you feel that's going to be too long or too uncomfortable in your hips, then the other option you can take is to lay on your front. So you lay on your belly, you bring your left arm underneath the right, and exactly the same options for that right arm. So when you're ready, if you're not already there, I invite you to find your crushed wing pose. So I'm going to take mine laying on my front because I'm just targeting my upper body and my arms today. So I've got my stopwatch. We shall begin. So let's thread our left arm underneath the right. We'll stretch the arm forward, resting your head, then choosing what you're going to do with your right arm. Then once you're there, I invite you to close your eyes and get settled in. Taking a few deep breaths. And remembering in our Yin yoga practice, we're just going into the shape where we start to feel something and then stopping. So we're using time and gravity to do the work for us.
So the fire element is the most yang of all the elements, and it has a lot of moving energy. It's associated with the season of summer, which is a time where we tend to be at our most extroverted. You might notice that some days we come to our yoga mat, we feel really strong and powerful in our practice, whereas there are other days when we feel called to rest more, to slow down. This is indicative of how much fire we have in the body. When this strong, fiery energy is moving upwards, it can manifest as a busy mind, lots of mental activity. And when there is an excess of this energy, we can have trouble relaxing, perhaps even finding it difficult to rest or sleep at night. We want to balance this energy. We want to feel power and strength, but we don't want it to be excessive.
We have 1 more minute left. Last 3 breaths here. Then at the end of your 3rd breath, if your right arm was behind you, let's bring it back down to the ground. We'll push into that right hand to lift the body a little bit, and let's unthread the arms. If you're laying down, you can stay laying down. You might stack your hands and rest your forehead upon them. If you were in that extended child's pose, working into your hips, then you can either join us laying down or come up to a comfortable seat. And holding in stillness. The body feels quite fragile after these longer holds. So we always give ourselves a little bit of time, and that's called a rebound. And then if you feel like you want some gentle movement, you might roll the shoulders, you might rock your hips from side to side, whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, we'll do the same on the other side. So setting up whether you're choosing to be on your front or in those extended child pose legs. Either way, you are threading your right arm underneath your left this time. Turning your gaze towards the left side as well. So you're looking past your fingertips, your right fingertips. And then choosing what to do with that left arm. Do you leave it kind of hugging your prop, or do you bring it behind you? And again, coming back to your breath.
Now, the meridian lines associated with this fire element are all to do with the heart. And in Taoism, the heart houses Xian, which is the nectar of the heart. It's the seat of our childlike joy. It's spontaneous and arises from our uninhibited self-expression. Children are a great example. They live from moment to moment, expressing themselves freely and from an open heart. When the fire element is out of balance, it's usually because of societal appropriation or having our hearts broken. That sense of, I opened my heart to connect with the outside world, and now it's been hurt. So we might close down in certain ways. This blocks us from experiencing our own Xian. So in our practice today, we are opening all the areas that have once closed down so that we can cultivate that capacity for intimacy, learn to express ourselves more freely, and experience our own childlike joy once more.
We have 1 more minute here. Last 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, unraveling just like you did before. So bringing the left arm down, pressing into the left arm to release the right, and coming back into your rebound. Drawing your awareness to your shoulders, the arms. Perhaps noticing sensations of openness, of expansion. If you like some gentle movement, go ahead and give that to your body now. If you're laying on your front, I invite you to come up to sitting so I can demonstrate our next and final pose, which is banana. So for banana, we will be laying on our back. We're going to walk our head and chest over towards that top right corner of the mat. And here, because we're working into the arms, you might like to bring your arms overhead so you can feel that stretch in the upper arm and the armpits. If over time, especially if you're feeling any tingly sensations or burning in the shoulders, you can bring your arms down. And then we'll walk both legs to the bottom right corner of the mat. So we're creating this banana shape with the body. We'll cross right ankle over left to increase the stretch, or left ankle over the right. And then the last option is to turn your gaze to the right as well. So everything to the right so you can feel the stretch down the left side. So if you're not already there, I invite you to come and lay down.
You'll walk the head and chest towards the right corner of the mat. Bring the arms overhead. Walk the legs to the right corner as well. And choosing whether you want to cross your left ankle over the right to increase the stretch, or right over left to lock the legs in place. Last option is to turn your gaze towards your right shoulder. Closing your eyes. And enjoying the stillness. Coming back to the breath. Maybe taking this chance to notice how the stillness in the body creates that stillness in the mind. Perhaps you're noticing the stillness in the breath. Maybe the pauses between your cycles of breath are beginning to lengthen. We're noticing how there's no force. Perhaps taking a scan of the body to notice if there's any areas where you might be gripping or holding on. I invite you to surrender and let go. Which is easier said than done. Maybe you want to use your breath. Send your breath to any areas that might feel tense, that are having trouble to soften and relax. Perhaps you'd like to use the affirmation, I am safe. It is safe for me to let go. We have 1 more minute here. breaths. At the end of your third breath, bringing the gaze back to neutral, uncrossing the legs, lowering the arms down, then walking the body back into the center of your mat. And drawing your awareness to any sensations you might be feeling in your body. Perhaps you can feel a pleasant tingling in your shoulders as you've lowered the arms down. Perhaps you can feel a difference in the left side of the body and the right side of the body. We'll even that out now, so we'll do the same on the other side, but if you wanted to take any movement before we do so, you can go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, we'll get ready to settle in. So when you're ready, just checking you're roughly central on your mat, and then we'll walk our head and chest towards the left corner now. Again, option to raise the arms up overhead or leave them down. We'll walk the feet over to the left corner of the mat. And again, you might cross your right ankle over the left to increase the stretch down the outside of the right body, or cross your left ankle over the right to just lock the legs in place. Last option is to turn your gaze to the left. And settling in. Relaxing the skin of the face. Anchoring into this new shape. Relaxing all 10 toes, your feet. Softening the muscles in your legs. Maybe noticing an increase in that stretch of the right body as you breathe in. Maybe as you breathe out, allowing the arms and shoulders to relax further. We have 1 more minute here. Last 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, slowly turning the gaze back to neutral. Lowering your arms, uncrossing the legs, and then slowly walking your head and chest back to center, the legs. Again, finding stillness for this rebound. So before we come into Shavasana, if there's any movement you'd like to take, you can go ahead and do that now. Perhaps you bring the soles of the feet to the earth and slowly lower the knees from side to side. Perhaps you bring your knees into your chest, take a little rock. And when you're ready, Shavasana. So you might like to bring the soles of the feet to the mat and bend your knees, or you might like to stretch your legs out long. The arms might rest on your body, your hands touching you, or you might like to open your arms a little bit, the palms facing up to receive. Closing your eyes and returning to stillness. Letting your body be held by the surface beneath you. Letting each part of you relax. Your body and your mind. There is nothing you need to do here. There's nowhere you need to be. Your only priority right now is you. Allowing the thinking mind to melt away. I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. I'm going to close the class. May this practice serve all sentient beings. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here with me.